Top of the 8th from Spillane Field. Commodores with a 4-run advantage, 5-1. 2-3-4 scheduled to hit. Another inning on the job for Andrew Koshy, rising junior at Maryland.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Carl Schmidt.
Commodores in control right now. Katuitt lost tonight, so if Falmouth wins this ball game, wins tomorrow against the Kettleers, Falmouth in the postseason after missing last year. First pitch to Carl Schmidt from the right side is laced up the middle. That one's through for a base hit. Early aggression for Carl Schmidt, 90 miles per hour off the bat. That's a leadoff single in the 8th.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10.
Yeah, it comes for Schmidt right after he had the RBI double as well. A pretty good day now, make him 2 for 4.
Someone that loves to go after that first pitch, really no matter what part of the ball game it is.
What game was it? It was a 0 for 4 day for Schmidt, but he might have seen a combined 5 pitches.
I think it was, yes. I think it was almost about a week ago that happened. Here is Kent Schmidt from the left side. First pitch. He doesn't go after this one. It's a called strike on the outer third. Sun has fully set here at Spillane Field. That sky is the perfect color of blue. Not pitch black like we saw last night in Bourne. 0-1 from the righty. Fastball taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Last night's ball game, of course, starting a little bit later, an hour later, due to some rain in Bourne, but this is a perfect night for baseball, if you will. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kent Schmidt. Pitch is a called strike on the outer third. Really good spot from the righty. Carl Schmidt is the runner on first after the leadoff single. Commodores 5, Gateman 1 in the top of the 8th. Kent Schmidt has been on 3 out of the 4 plate appearances. Pitch, called strike 3 on the outer third. Koshy goes back to that spot, gets the backwards K. And a rare strikeout once more from Kent Schmidt. That is just his 16th of the summer, and that is out number 1.
And for Schmidt, that's coming in 34 of a possible 39 games played. That strikeout percentage is among the lowest on Cape Cod.
Just 11% of the time, 4th lowest in the league. That is almost improbable stuff. 1 gone for the righty Bear Harrison. Pitch, swing and a miss. Harrison put everything into that swing on the fastball. Harrison steps out, readjusts the batting gloves, looks at the brown top of his bat before stepping back in with the open stance. 0-1. Inside. Short lead off of first for Carl Schmidt. He's got some speed. Handful of stolen bases this summer, being held on by McDonald. The 1-1. Swing and a miss by Harrison, goes back to the fastball. He's late on it again. Harrison has made a lot of good contact in this ball game. You look back at that single he had in the 6th, where that was scorched out to right field. He awaits the 1-2 from Koshy. Here it is. Just missing above the letters. Really tough take from Harrison, who steps out, takes a sigh of relief. Middle infield at double play depth. He's already grounded into a double play earlier in this ball game in the 1st. Koshy looks at first, likes the sign from home plate. Kicks and deals inside with a changeup. Count has worked full again for Bear Harrison. That has happened a whole lot in this game, Ryan.
Yeah, I think I've been most impressed by the Commodores' consistency and comfortability when getting into these positions. Full count, Falmouth doesn't look to be phased so far.
10 walks given up by Wareham. Pitch, laced on the ground, left side, knocked down by Turner on the forehand. Throws to second for 1, the turn in time at first, yes! A nice play by Colby Turner over at third. The quick turn for the 2nd double play of the night for Bear Harrison. So after that leadoff single from Carl Schmidt, nothing doing for the Commodores. It is just the 1 lone hit in the inning. We roll along to the bottom of the 8th. Falmouth 5, Wareham 1. We'll be right back after this. Kettleers in control 4-0 as we've hit the halfway point of this ball game. Ryan Buckler still out there for Katuitt, facing 8, 9, and 1 of the Commodores lineup. Starting with Caden Brumbaugh, who rolls over a backhanded stab by Johnson, can't corral it. It's past him, and the leadoff man reaches for the Commodores.
Yeah, I don't think Johnson would have had a chance to come back and make a play after that hit the ground, but I think didn't even get there because he thought he had it in his glove. Trying to make the throw over to third base, and the ball wasn't there in his glove.
Back-to-back infield singles for Brumbaugh in his first 2 plate appearances on Cape Cod, and how about both going to Johnson as well over at third?
Well, that was almost a beautiful play by Johnson. I could have got that throw over too, but no catch. I didn't have a chance.
Leadoff man reaches for the second time in the ball game for Falmouth. Buckler has allowed 4 hits entering this frame, that being the 5th for the Commodores. Big number though, no earned runs, no walks allowed either. Here's Chris Newstrom, takes a slider on the outer third.
Well, Buckler doesn't walk batters. It's the first thing we talked about at the very beginning of the broadcast in the bottom of the first, was just that 2 walks and his 14 innings pitched coming into this game.
A sub-2 ERA for the Florida Atlantic Owl. Chris Newstrom, his second time up, grounded into a double play in the third. Runner from first takes off. It's a called strike. Throw down a second, not in time. Great jump by Brumbaugh.
Yeah, Brumbaugh's just doing a little bit of everything for Falmouth. Made a late adjustments on the defensive side and left. Now a couple of base hits to the steal. It's a pretty good debut for the Commodores.
Puts a runner in scoring position for Newstrom. Down the count, 1 balls, 2 strikes. Goes back to the slider, and he went around to home plate umpire Aaron Brown. 3rd strikeout, and out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th.
Continues the frustrating year offensively for Newstrom. And that's when he got frustrated with the umpire. Didn't think he went around. That was close, but still not one I really expect the home plate umpire to make.
And here comes pitching coach Tim O'Connor. Out to Buckley. You hit the nail on the head last inning when you said maybe 1 or 2 more if he got past Eckelman. Might be just a quick mound visit. Don't see anyone emerging from the Kettleers bullpen out in left field just yet. I think too, Ben, when you get through this second time in the order and you start to see it for third, as Buckler going to stay on, things start to get a little bit easier for the hitters, if you will, now seeing him for a 3rd time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Usually when a pitcher is doing well and there's a visit on the mound, it's because it's a pitching change and because he's just reaching his pitch count. We rarely see a mound meeting after a strikeout like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a message for the 3rd time through the lineup.
55 pitches for Buckler. 36 of them have been in the strike zone. Here's Antonio Morales, who slaps one the other way, just foul. Hits are even between these 2 teams at 5 apiece, but the big looming number for Falmouth has been the 3 errors.
And it seems like that's just been a story, not every game, but feels like kind of every other game dating back a couple of weeks ago.
Morales puts a charge into this one into right field. Stevens racing back over his head, and 1 hops the fence. Morales on his horse to second. Brumbaugh around third. He'll score with ease. Morales diving to third. He's got an RBI triple. First run of the ball game for the Commodores is an emphatic one. And Falmouth has made it a 3-run game off the second triple of the summer for Antonio Morales.
It's just the fundamentals for Morales. Everything about this at-bat I love. And obviously, hasn't showcased a ton of power on the season, but his first chance there. And from the second the bat hits the ground after he drops it, he is sprinting. It almost feels like, Brumbaugh started the at-bat at second base. I almost feel like Morales almost got up to Brumbaugh at a certain point. Easy slide to third.
He was diving at third by the time Brumbaugh crossed home plate.
Yeah.
So that kind of tells you all you need to know. Is that the spark the Commodores were looking for offensively? Coming for the leadoff guy in Morales. Corners in for the Kettleers. 0-1 to Adrian Lopez. Goes back to that slider.
Oh, and here's an at-bat that maybe can even boost your confidence even more if you're Lopez after the struggles. Got a single at the third, but with runner on third base, you don't need to do anything crazy to get the run in. Sometimes, though, getting that RBI to your name will help your confidence.
Lopez chopper to the shortstop Matthews. This will score the run, and he makes the play over to first, but Lopez does the job and gets Morales in to score. And just like that, the Commodores have cut this lead in half. It's a 2-run ball game.
We've seen just a couple of games this year where Falmouth does really put up a good fight. But Andrew, the last one that comes to mind in that fact and in that category is the game last time Falmouth played Katuitt. Back at Lowell Park, Commodores were down 4-0 at 6-3 at two different times, but they came back and won that game.
2 gone for Mike Anu. And Buckler starts him off with a strike. New is 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the third. Has been an elite player on Cape Cod with the most home runs, most extra base hits as well. Swing and a miss in the dirt.
Well, he has been swinging at everything ever since he came back from that 4 or 5 game break.
Those strikeout numbers have ticked up just a little bit since coming back from putting his name in the draft, not getting selected. Up to 30 strikeouts now on the summer. That's top 5 on Cape Cod. 1-2 way outside for Buckler. And that's kind of the seesaw, if you will, Ben, of hitting for average, hitting for power, but also the strikeout does come in once in a while, maybe a little bit more so than often than New would like. There is that strikeout on the slider tailing outside for out number 3. But a big hit for Antonio Morales, an RBI triple. Then follow that up with an RBI ground out for Lopez, and the Commodores are right back in it, trailing 4-2 after 5 from Gulf Fuller Field.